Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's me, DJ King. Today's video, I am doing a switch out. This is a bag that recently, depending on what order this goes up in, I posted some pictures, or I will be posting some pictures. We went on a little family vacation just to get away. Just needed some relaxation time. Thank you to everyone for the continued prayers and support for my son who joined the Navy. I know you all might be tired of hearing that in all the videos, but to me, the more I speak on it, the better I feel like it helps me. So thank you all for that. And in between, whenever I hear from him, I will definitely post updates. I send him text messages of everyone that says they're praying for him, thinking about him, even though he may not respond when he gets them, but at least I figure he can see them when he turns his phone on or when he finally gets access to his phone. So again, thank you everyone. The support is much needed. Please do not stop. You never know when that one day you pray, it just affects someone and it helps them in more ways than you ever will know. So thank you for that. Now, we took a little trip just to the beach, somewhere close by, just to get away. I love the ocean. The sound of the waves is just relaxing to me. Now, also while on this trip on our way back, I finally got to go in Buc-ee's. Y'all, Miss Q has mentioned Buc-ee's on her channel before. Buc-ee's is like a whole nother level. Buc-ee's was lit. It was crowded. It was like a whole shopping experience, being like a kid in a candy store. So I have a few items that we picked up, and I'm like, why am I even buying stuff in here? Like, we're literally at a gas station. Didn't get no gas, but we got something to eat, shop for items, walked around. It was like a whole level. Buc-ee's is off the chain. So enough about that. This is my Coach Sabrina satchel in the color black. This one, a lot of people refer to as like the Revel's sister, Revel's cousin. This bag, it is so adorable. Now I have it, let me see if I can raise it up. The way you see her is how she has been. When we left to go on the trip, I had just moved from my Coach Western Tabby, and I wanted to move into this so I can go ahead and break her in, carry her. So I was in town with her one day, and then I said, you know what? What better way to see if a bag works is to travel with it. So I just stayed in it. It was a black bag, goes with whatever outfit I was going to pack. And that's what I did. Thought about moving back into the Western Tabby. And then I said, no, I'm be down there with water, sand. Didn't want to mess up that leather. At least, now granted, the bag was not going to be sitting on the sand, nothing like that. But you know, at the beach, you get sand in everything. And I knew with this one, it's pebble leather. I could easily wipe it off. Chances of getting scratches and stuff like that. And then, you know, the heat, the water, didn't know how that was going to possibly stain the bag. But I didn't want to be babying no bag while on vacation. And I just stayed in this. I know this beach trip would not be the last. So if I happen to carry the Western Tabby, whether it's to the beach or on another vacation, I'm sure I will end up traveling with her at some point. But she was a great carry. No cons with the Western Tabby. Now this one, I don't know if I just packed her wrong or if I didn't pack her, let me see, with the right accessories. This bag has been like this the whole time I have carried her. I have not zipped her. Number one, she couldn't zip because I had her stuffed up to the top. So I took out some of my junk that was empty and threw away. Like I had an empty hand sanitizer from Bath and Body. End up throwing that away. And then my keys, of course, when I threw them on top, it wasn't going to zip because y'all know my keys are bulky like janitor keys. And then I had my sunglasses laid on top of the bag too. So it wasn't zipping in no way, shape, form, or fashion. I didn't force it. I just kept it open like this. Now, as far, it has the two zippers, one here, one on this side. And the reason I did not zip it, let me just show you. It was going to be wonky like that. And I said, you know what? I know you want it zipped for security. You're traveling, whether you're in town or not. But it was easy for me just to reach down in here, get what I needed, Both sides were possibly zipped up to about right there. Nothing fell out on the sides, but I said at least I could zip it up to that part so nothing would fall out. Now, as far as the sides, I wasn't really concerned that anything was going to fall out. There is a gusset here, like a piece of material here, but everything that I have in here, it's not stuff that was going to fall out. I didn't have like randomly loose items, but just to zip one side up to about there and the other side up to about the same part. That's how I was in the bag. Now, the pieces I carried with it, possibly, y'all know I do the pouch method. If I'd have had smaller pouches, or I'm trying to think, I don't know. Because the stuff that's in here, I needed the stuff that was in here. So even if I'd have had smaller pouches, it was still going to be the same amount of stuff, but just probably more pouches if I broke one pouch down into two. Now I'm going to show you what I carried in here. So this is her in all black. She is in pebbled leather. I love the bag. She's cute and dainty. She has her feet on the bottom. So we went out to eat, went and saw some live music, walked around, what do they call it? Like the little boardwalk. What is it? Broadway at the beach. Trying to think. Y'all know I had my crab legs, so she went. I don't know if I got crab leg juice on her and the garlic butter or not, but I'm gonna wipe her down before I store her up in the handbag room. We walked on the sand, walked on the beach. It was late at night though, so I had my bag with me then only because when we got back from one of the places we went to, I was like, let's just go ahead and walk now while we're out. I knew once we got up to the room and sat down, it was gonna be over. Now I'm gonna give you an overview of how she looks. This is all I had in her. Doesn't seem like much, but I had everything. So I'm gonna go ahead and unzip it now. Well, I can keep it like this so you can see how I reach the stuff out. So over here, this is my little Anne Klein quilted wristlet. Probably got this from TJ Maxx Marshalls. It has a little back slip pocket here. I had nothing in there. Normally, I would have my Nolita 15 and use it as a medicine pouch. But the black and gold, I just thought this was cute. It's so soft. The quilting, it just feels so soft. It comes with a little key leash or key hook, whatever, right here. Just zips open, and this was my medicine pouch. So that's why I say I normally have this in my Nolita 15, but that was my medicine, and then I had a pack of gum in here and some mints. The mints are gone, and the gum. And down here is just my Aleve and some lip balm. And this does have a little slip pocket in it also, and that's just a little silica packet. So I had that in there. And of course, you know the black and gold. I love black and gold together, so I just thought they was cute. Little small wristlet. Then I wanted to use a pop of red, and of course, I chose to go with a smaller, some would say a full-size wallet. It fit my cards and my cash in there. I did not take my checkbook with me to the beach. I normally don't have a need to write a check down there, so I did not pack that in this bag. But y'all know normally that's in every bag that I have. But this is the wallet. This wallet has so many names here on YouTube. It's the Dunenberg Florentine Small Zip Around Wallet. It can also be known as the Mo Wallet, Deluxe Mo Wallet. I've heard it called one other name. I can't remember right off the bat, but this is on the Dunenberg website, Florentine leather. Mine has patina because I can always tell because the logo patch is always darker than the rest of the wallet. This was perfectly smooth when I got it, but there is some love marks on here. I mean, it's a wallet, so scratches are bound to happen going in and out of it. But she was phenomenal for me. She worked. I did not put anything in here. I didn't put any coins or anything. But you do have a slip pocket here on the back. And there is a slot here. I had the hotel room key in here, And let me see what this is. Oh, that's my a gift card I got. So slip pocket there, and then I know none of my cards are turned around. But no, nothing's turned around. So let me just show you. It opens up this way, and then I don't believe I have nothing left down in here. It's $1 and a Bath and Body coupon that I did not use. We did not even go to the mall, to the outlet mall. I wasn't really feeling like going to do some shopping because, like I told you, I was hit or miss. Either I scroll a little bit, add stuff to cart, and that was about it. But I didn't even say, okay, let's go to the outlet. I don't know if it's because seeing the drops online, nothing was tickling my fancy, or I really just, my mind just wasn't thinking about shopping while I was there. It was more or less just to enjoy the family, relaxation, listen to some waves, just relaxing. And that's what I did. So mission was accomplished. Now, that was the wallet. That was my medicine pouch. This here, I think, is what I could have probably done differently. This here is probably half the size of the bag, but I was bound and determined to use it. This is the Juicy Couture version of the Nolita 19, black with the studded hardware on it, and it does say Juicy on it, and it's quilted as well. So I figured I could use that as like a catch-all for everything else I needed in my purse. And black and gold, and then I just had a pop of red. So those were the three like main items in there. As far as what's in this catch-all is what I was saying, if I would have used maybe 2 smaller pouches instead of this big one. It truly is the size of a Nolita 15. I think I compared it to it when I did the little haul. But I love Nolita, so I was like, let me just see if it works. So in here is truly just everything that you typically see. So had I used 2 different pouches, they would have just been smaller. But I guess maybe if I stacked them up or lined them up differently in the purse, it may have worked. And then not this one. Or maybe, now that I think about it, if I would have just used a Nolita 15 and maybe another smaller pouch, plus my medicine pouch and then my wallet, that might have worked. But it's neither here nor there. I'll try it next time. In this, it's the same old things. My lip balm. Here is the Poopery, a little small deodorant, another pack of gum. Here is a Subway receipt, my shea butter lotion, and I had this in my medicine pouch, but I took it out because the zipper was, this is just like store brand of Provosec for heartburn. A placard. This is a stress toy for my son. I had my pens down in here because I did not have a pen pouch. And this is a charging cord for a phone. And this here is some e.l.f. lip gloss from Target I picked up. Had it for a while. And the name of it, if it'll show, is Pink Quartz. Sorry if that's blurry. Pink Quartz. So I picked this up from Target, I believe. So I chose to use that. And that's what I say, all that was like the little small things. And here's a hair tie and a gum wrapper. So that's what I say, it held all the little things that normally would float around in my purse. Now, it worked, but maybe because that was so big at the bottom, it made it awkward to zip up and would have made it wonky. Possibly. But it's neither here nor there because the bag still worked for me. But like I stated, it was not zipping. That's a piece of mail. And here is a receipt for, what is this one? Oh, a McDonald's receipt because I had to get the little one some hot cakes for breakfast. So that is all that I had down in there. This back slip pocket, nothing in there but the tag to the bag, and it is the Coach Sabrina in the color black. Put that back down. There's no other organization on that side. And let me see if I put everything in there without that Nolita pouch. How that will work out. Let me see if I put the gum in there. Still have my medicine pouch. The deodorant, the Prilosec, the lotion, the lip balm, the Poopery lip balm from Dollar Tree, my pens down in there, and the charging cord, the floss pack, and my son's little stretch toy. I'll just stick that down in there. So that's how everything would look if I did not use this pouch. So that's essentially how it would all fit in there. And now I'm going to see if it zips. So I may have answered my own question. Maybe I didn't need another pouch, just a wallet and then my medicine pouch. Well, look at that. Well, there you go. So that's how that looks all together in the bag. So it may have been that Nolita that was doing everything, because that's everything that I had in the bag. So now that I know, either the Nolita 15 possibly could work, or if not, just don't put the Nolita 19 in there. So this bag was, it was a fun carry. It worked, and knowing that I didn't have it zipped and it didn't bother me. But now that I know if I don't use that bigger pouch, everything still fits in there. Nothing is going to fall out from the sides. So I've answered my own question all in the same video. So that's what I carried, was the Coach Sabrina. That's the only bag that I took. So it did work for travel. And if all else failed and I didn't want to zip it all the way up, reaching down and just grabbing out my stuff, that was no issue either. The strap is detachable here and on the back side. I did use it crossbody a few times when we were out walking around so I could be hands free. That was no issue. Uh, yeah, overall it was a great carry. This is the only one that I did purchase. If I was to get another one, it would have been probably that signature print one. I don't even know, honestly, if these are still on the website, to be honest with you, because I feel like certain items, they stay on the site for a minute and then they're gone. So I don't know if it's sold out or not, because I haven't looked for another one, because I knew when I first saw these, I was just getting one. And after that, I really didn't scroll anymore after that for any of them. So that was my carry. So the hang tag did not come off. So this bag survived the trip. So it made it to the beach and made it back. So that was that. Now I'm going to share with you what we got from Buc-ee's. First off, we went in there. Buc-ee's was wide open. It was crowded. We picked up these little pins. These were $3.99. And this is just like push pins. I don't know what he planned on putting them on, but that's what he wanted. And they say collectible pin. And that is Buc-ee. Next, I picked up this super cute. This is just a little coin pouch, card case pouch. And of course, that's Buc-ee on the front. Red and white polka dot. Reminds me of Minnie Mouse. I love Disney. In here, we have other items. We have the Buc-ee's Where the Beaver Never Sleeps. And that just, it rotates around like that. This one was $4.98. And it's like a little keychain. I guess I could make it into a bag charm if I wanted to. Represent Buc-ee's. Then this is the larger one, larger keychain. They had a smaller one. This says the boss. And this one, we went to Buc-ee's on the way back from Disney. And these I had picked up from there, but we haven't used them on any keychains yet. But the experience in that one, to me, that one felt bigger. But this I picked up on the way back from the beach. So this one says Florida, Sunshine State. And then this one was in St. Augustine, Florida. So this is the one from the Buc-ee's that we stopped at in St. Augustine. So I've only been to Buc-ee's twice. But for some reason, this Buc-ee's experience, it was different than the other one. It just felt, the one at St. Augustine was bigger, but this one felt more crowded though for some reason. And then here's the little coin purse that has the ID window, and it retailed for $6.99. Then my son picked this up from on the way back from the beach. He took a picture with Buc-ee, and every time you take a picture, they give you the little sticker. So I said I'll find a way to put that in my planner because we have another sticker also. He wanted this little hat, and the hat is like a little, I call them fisherman hats. And it has Buc-ee on the front. And this little hat, it says adult size, but it fits, he's 9 years old, but it fits his head. And the hat was $14.98. So I know we also got two, what do you call it? Barbecue sandwiches from out of there. Was it the shredded barbecue and then one brisket one, I think? The food was good. Food was good. And then we had some slushies. So I know we spent like $50, $60 in there. And I was like, we in here in Buc-ee shopping like we're at Walmart or something, buying stuff. But the one in St. Augustine, I think we were there just to get gas, and we were tired from driving, so we didn't really walk around and take in the whole experience. But this time, when I saw the Buc-ee's, I was like, oh, let me just coast on in. So that's what we did. And it was a fun experience. So we walked around, got to look at stuff in more detail. And like I said, depending on how this video goes up, I have pictures of some of the stuff that we saw in the store. So I'll try and post those if I haven't already. But that's all I have for you. Just wanted to share this all in one video. So my coach, Sabrina, she was travel worthy for smaller carry. And I got to enjoy the Buc-ee's experience. So that's all that I wanted to share with you all today. Hope everyone's having a great day. And again, thank you for the thoughts and the prayers. I appreciate it. My son appreciates it. And I will see you in the next one.